The Thomas and Juba Cup Finals is a unique experience for players and fans alike, as it allows shuttlers to compete together as a team rather than individuals. As a result, the camaraderie and the battle for pride is a sight to behold. The 2018 edition, held in Bangkok, lived up to all expectations as it provided great drama, emotions and nail-biting action. The group stage of the Thomas Cup witnessed the elimination of contenders India and hosts Thailand. India fielded a weakened side, and that proved to be their undoing, as France got the better of them in the first tie of Group A. World number 43 Lucas Corvet's win over the higher-ranked Samir Verma was the turning point, as it gave the European nation a 2-1 lead in the tie. From there, France did not look back, taking the next two matches to seal their first win of the tournament. India bounced back to beat Australia next, but then fell to top seeds China 5-0 in their final tie. World number 9 HS Pranoy was outplayed by Olympic champion Chun Long, who triumphed 21-9, 21-9 in the opening singles. And it was a downward slide for the Indians from there, the young team failing to counter the power and experience of the Chinese.
也没有今天对手可能觉得可能出不了线了吧？对，印度队可能比较难出线了，所以他们也今天这个普拉诺伊也不是很全力以赴吧，也打得比较随意，对，也不是说我打得多好。
Meanwhile, France was the surprise package of the tournament, qualifying for the quarter-finals with victories over India and Australia. Their only loss came against China, who blanked them 5-0. The Chinese men sent their rivals a message with a perfect showing in the group stages, winning all three of their ties without dropping a match.
士气肯定是比较旺的嘛，肯定是大家团结一心，想要去夺得这个冠军吧。
The other big loss in the group stage was Thailand. The host nation had a tough challenge in Group B, lining up alongside Canada, Indonesia and Korea. They came agonisingly close to a thrilling victory in their opening tie against Korea. In the second doubles, Kitanupon Kedren and Dechapol Puavaranekro were 2 points away from levelling the tie, only to watch Kang Min Hyuk and Kim Wan Ho wriggle out of a tight spot and go on to win the match and tie 18-21, 21-19, 21-17. The Thai team was eliminated after a 4-1 loss to Indonesia, with Korea beating Canada by the same scoreline. They got a consolatory 5-0 win over Canada in their final tie of the group stage, but it was heartbreak in the end for the host nation.
For all our teams, they show like something they want it, and then I think it's like they show something like what they call, yeah, they show their hunger to give the best, and then I think they did it, and then it's like I'm happy for that.
So at the end of the group stage, 8 nations made the cut. China topped Group A and qualified for the knockout phase along with France. Indonesia and Korea progressed from Group B, while Japan and Chinese Taipei booked their places in the quarterfinals from Group C. Denmark grabbed top honours in Group D, with Malaysia a close second. The Juba Cup similarly witnessed the exit of India in the group stage. The Indian team were without their top singles and doubles players, and that impacted their performance as their only victory in Group A came against Australia. Canada got the better of India in the opening tie before Japan routed them in the final tie 5-0. Saina Nehwal put up a brave fight against Akane Yamaguchi in the first singles, but fell short when it mattered most, with the Japanese winning 21-19, 9-21, 22-20. The rest of the young Indian team could do little against a formidable Japanese lineup, and the loss, along with Canada's win over Australia, sealed their exit from the tournament.
I think they're all trying their level best, how much ever they can. It's not easy, of course, when we are playing from so many years. It's not easy for us. I'm sure the young ones are just starting, so it is also difficult for them. But everyone is trying, and hopefully, in the coming Thomas Juba Cup or the tournaments, I'm sure they will get stronger and they'll play well.
Canada's win against India and later Australia saw them book their place in the quarterfinals for the first time.
Well, I think it's really big because, like I said, Canada's not known as being one of the top countries for badminton, so it's cool that we got to make our mark this tournament.
Japan, meanwhile, clinched top spot and lived up to their billing of top seeds with 3 wins in 3 and without dropping a game. Host nation Thailand also pulled off a near-perfect performance with a 100% win record in Group B. It was only in their final tie against Chinese Taipei that the Thai women were tested, emerging 3-2 winners. Malaysia bowed out of the tournament after suffering back-to-back losses in Group D. Having to contend with the likes of China, France and Indonesia, Malaysia found it tough going in their group. A narrow 3-2 loss to Indonesia in the first tie, followed by a 4-1 thumping at the hands of the defending champions, sealed the Malaysians' fate. They did leave the tournament with a 5-0 victory over France.
The only thing that we're supposed to deliver on the doubles, but our doubles still in, maybe because we don't have really the partnership. So we all the pair is a scratch pair because Ron Kowe is not in the team. So we will have to partner, have to be the versatile player. So maybe on that part, we have to improve on that part.
So, at the end of the group stage, here are the teams that made it to the knockout round. Japan and Canada progressed from Group A, while Thailand topped Group B to go through along with Chinese Taipei. From Group C, Korea and Denmark booked their spots, as did China and Indonesia from Group D.